I'm a child of God first and foremost. I'm a husband, father to be. Looking forward to that. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a rapper, producer. I came up with two loving parents that still to this day support me. Came up with two great sisters. You know, we were brought up in church from day one, and that's what kind of shaped me to be the man that I am today. Came from a very musically inclined family.
I'm brand new, so let the people shout. Let the people shout.
Lord, my life has been changed.
Like this.
How can I stay the same?
Yes.
Man, Cross Movement, Lil Rascal, a lot. I mean, Grits, Ken Jones definitely, The Truth, Trip Lee. I mean, all them guys. I mean, I grew up, like, I legit grew up on Christian rap. Like, a lot of people be like, man, I grew up off of Wu-Tang, man, and I, you know, and Jay and Biggie and Pop, man, and I grew up off of you know, KRS-One. Like, that's not me. I grew up off of legit Christian rap. Like legit. Like, I know the history and everything. Like, I'm a fan. Going to church, always being involved, different youth groups, and you know, the church we go to has always embraced different styles of music. Always embraced, you know, us as, you know, youth, letting us be ourselves and express ourselves in different ways. So, you know, we did like different Christian rap and urban style type music versus like doing more like traditional choir type music. And it's funny because they would always be like, "LT, man, why don't you rap, man? Why don't you rap?" And I'd be like, "Nah, you know, I'm cool playing the background, being a hype man." But then like it just kind of came like later on. Like I didn't really take it seriously. But I guess I always had the talent, but I never really tapped into it. I never thought I would be the one doing it. So eventually, you know, from me dabbling and also getting into a group, that kind of poured that out of me. I guess it poured out something that I didn't know I had, as far as writing and a passion that I never knew I had. So then once we, you know, kind of cooled off of that, you know, I kind of got by myself, and I never had no intentions of rapping. Like, I was just making beats as a hobby because it's something I enjoy doing. And I was like, you know, maybe I'm gonna have somebody rapping over my beats one day. And that's all it was with me. Then eventually I was like, you know what? Let me write to this. So I wrote a song. I think it's called The Heart or something like that. Like the first song I ever wrote, like all by myself. And from there, it kind of sparked something in me to where I wanted to write more and more and more. So I would read the Bible and just write about stuff that was on my heart, or stuff I saw, or stuff that I, you know, wanted to kind of address. I mean, like I always would have conversations with my parents or with different friends about different stuff. And like I would always say, you know, I wish somebody could hear me saying this one day. And I never thought that I'd be saying this in my music. I listen to a lot of people. Like, I love music, so I listen to a lot of people. But as far as like who I can listen to a whole album, I can't listen to a whole album of somebody that I don't really connect with. But guys like Uncle Reese, Trip Lee, them two primarily, I can really listen to a whole album of them because you can just, like Uncle Reese, I can really connect with him. Like, something about him, you can just see like how genuine he is in his heart for music, and not just music, but his heart for the Lord and his heart for what he's saying. Like, you tell it's genuine. And the same with Trip Lee. Like, you can tell he has a love for the word, and you can just see it in his music. Like, he's not trying hard. He don't force it. It just comes out naturally. Like, guys like that, I can listen to their albums like straight through. Well, first off, I mean, I like a lot of music. I like a lot of artists. I like music, period. So I'm not saying that everything is just bad, because I mean, there's a lot of good music out there, obviously. But even as far as the quality of music right now, everything is being kind of watered down. It's not really as musical as it could be. I mean, there's tons of talent out there, but right now I feel like dudes are just going in the studio and mumbling over tracks, and then they go out and hand it to the people, and people eat it up like it's candy. I mean, even, I'm not even just talking about Christian music. I'm talking about just especially music that's mainstream. It's like everything is just so watered down. Like music doesn't have as much value as it used to because they're just throwing songs out and with no real heart behind it, and they're just putting catchy hooks over stuff, and the verses don't mean nothing, and then people eat it up like it's candy. And I mean, I feel like even though I don't agree with messages back in the day that other guys were putting out, at least the standard was a little bit better. But now not only are you getting a poor quality message, but you're getting a poor quality song from the artist. I mean, like you letting guys just, it seems like they just handing out record deals now. My goal for my music is to cause people to think higher. You know, even as far as like what drives me, I see a culture that's hungry. You know, they want something, and a lot of times I don't think they even know what it is. And you know, I want to cause people to think when they hear my music, not just turn up. I mean, I like to make good music, but at the same time, not just turn up and just, oh, you know, that was a good song. I want people to really think when they hear my music and really feel it. You know, I want to really challenge people and encourage people to come up higher and renew their minds.